to me, then guess what? Guess what? The market may be reversing. Do you understand? So now it may be time for me to start looking for what I'm looking for, higher highs and higher lows. Now, once we see this, let's say now you're not satisfied with this being broken. You can allow for the market to leave to make the higher high. All we want to see the market then do is create the higher low. And how do we identify a higher low?
The higher high was made.
How do we identify higher low?
It's rejection.
That's it. There is no secret sauce to it. We are not going to know that a higher low or lower high has been formed until what happens?
A new higher high is made.
Until the new higher high or lower low has been made. But if we start to now find confluence with what price is doing, and we start to see prices not breaking below a level, and we see wick rejections, where is your money going? On sells or buys in line with the direction of the market?
Buys.
Does the trade need to win?
No.
But if we continue to take these trades over and over again in line with the direction of how the market moves, will we not make money in the long run?
We will make money.
Right. Now, does the key level need to be directly at a retest level? Not necessarily. At times, the market will come back to a level to retest. Are we looking for the market to retest the bodies of the wicks? Well, I don't give a flying frig. All I'm looking for the market to do is show me signs that it's failing to break down, giving wick rejections or whatever else. And if I anticipate that to be the higher low, then I'm going to take that trade as long as I feel comfortable to take that trade. Because guess what? If I take this buy now with a stop loss below this structure, in theory, if just like Pavel said, this market is moving up because I identify over here this is a higher low, then guess what's going to happen? The market will make the higher low. But what I do know is that as long as I'm taking buys in line with the direction of the market, as long as it's breaking structure, then over a long period of time, I'm going to win. So nothing needs to be perfect here. Now, let's move on to the next slide. If we were to draw our key levels on this chart, what are we going to be looking for? If one person could come forward, please.
Your rocks, I'll come forward.
Rosie.
Somebody said something.
Yeah, it was me, Sanj.
Oh, Sanj. Oh, sorry, dude. Go on, bro.
That's all right.
I thought that was Z. Jeez, my bad.
Let me just get... Do you want to do it with the arrow?
Yes, please.
Is it the same chart?
I'll just mark you up. So you want a key level, yeah?
I know it's the same chart. I just want 2 lines.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And...
I don't know if that's a trend line or a breakout line. I'm only joking, bro.
Let me delete it 1 second. Make it nice and neat for you, don't worry. Is that better for you guys, yeah?
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro.
And I would say... I'm not sure about this one, but I'm confident on this one.
Okay, I'm confident that you're right, that those lines are illustrating a change in directional bias, and this line over here is illustrating a break of structure for sells.
Mm-hmm.
Let me remove these and bring it to current structure and draw the lines for current structure. If we're looking for what on this chart? Buys. I want you to draw the levels that we need to be monitoring before we look for anything to happen. Okay.
Because it hasn't broken below.
Okay, that's fine.
And that's the only one I can see for now.
That's all right, dude. No problem. Next person, please.
Can I try, please?
I want to have a go. I try.
Sorry, bro.
Anybody. If you all draw at the same time, I don't really care. Let's just get some lines on here. Perfect.
And, oh, okay.
Yeah, man, this is good. Why not? Let everybody draw. Whoever drew that one up there, you're joking, man. All right, cool. Let's stop. This is not Picasso, man. Let's stop just in case we don't see this anymore. Wait.
Picasso.
Chill. Let's hold tight, yeah? Someone take a screenshot of that, man. This needs to go on Instagram. Listen. All right, cool. So now I need to figure this out. You lot are just going crazy. Okay, so this is what I saw. I saw this here. I saw some of these here. I saw Alexander pointing, I don't know what he's making a flag or something up there, but he was doing something over here. And this is another key one that I found. Okay, fine, that's perfect. Now, let's identify this. Nobody's going to be wrong or right here, okay? But let me help you to identify some key things. When we're looking at this market structure, what do we see? Well, again, back to theory. If the market makes a higher high, it makes a higher low, what is the market going to eventually do?
Break the high.
Just make a higher high, right? If the market makes a higher high and this structure is violated, what do we expect the market to do next?
Higher low.
Higher low. Now, once the market makes a higher low, it can make a higher low anywhere it wants as long as it doesn't break this structure, right? Because that's how the market moves. But once the market makes a higher high, does this level become valid anymore?
No.
No.
Right.
No.
It doesn't. So what do we have to look for? Well, we need to look for where price broke above, which was the high, to make the new higher high, and then where price is either retesting or creating multiple wick rejections to then see that continuation to the upside. Because once this higher high is broken, this technically means that this was the higher low. In theory, okay? Just in theory, price makes a higher high, higher low. I'm not making this up. It's just what the markets do. So in theory, this should be our key level. Okay? Because once the higher high and higher low has been formed like this, then technically the market should do what? The market should either respect this level, trade above, or do whatever it wants before going up. If the market takes out this high and then comes back to this level, how confident are you going to be to take a buy from this level when you can see all along that structure is violating everything here in the previous structure? Are you going to feel confident or not confident?
Not confident.
Right. I don't feel I'm going to be confident. Now, does this mean that the market needs to come back here or will respect this level and not respect this level? I don't know, and I don't care. The market may come back to this level and fly up 1,000 pips, but I don't care. The point is, this is what structure has told me it does in the past, so I'm just going to respect what structure has told me in the past and trade like that. So this is how I see the market. Now, what makes it easier for us is once a structural high has been broken, it makes a higher high, we can anticipate that this level may be a retest level. And look here, once the market makes that high, what do we have? A retest. Now, does this happen every time? No. Does that mean that you should take this buy? No. Does that mean that somebody else can't take this buy? No. Technically, if the high has been formed, then in theory, guess what? We should retest the previous structure. But we're not going into all that right now. We're keeping it very simple. So the market's made the higher high. So what's our plans? Well, let's continue with this. If the market makes a higher high, then guess what? We expect them, if the market is in an uptrend, then technically we're looking for the market to make a new higher high. Multiple wick rejections, back to the previous example. If this is the higher low, we can take the buy. Whether it wins or loses, it doesn't matter. It's still allowed to come back here. And if we don't want to buy here, we wait for the breakout. Okay, we've gone through this once. As long as the market is breaking above the previous highs, making new higher highs, then the market structure is still buy bias. Until the high has been broken, the higher low will remain as a key level. This does not mean price needs to come back to this key level. It can trade above it and make whatever structure it wants above it for as long as it wants to, but as long as it does not break the structure, we're buy bias. Now, you guys are obviously, mature enough to understand that if the market is thumping to the downside and you start to see that the market has just made a big bearish candle, whoever decides to buy here now, because I said that you can buy it anywhere in this level, you're an absolute twat. Do you understand? Everybody knows that what we should be waiting for is for confirmation. But the theory, concept, and principle of what we're teaching is as long as this price action is not broken, you're buy bias until otherwise. Okay?
Sorry, bro, can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. So I just want to confirm to make sure I understood this right. So that key level, even if the price starts making did you hear my question?
No.
I was talking to myself, sorry. So so if the price now starts making lower lows and lower highs, as long as we see rejections at the key level and we see momentum shift, we're going to be buy biased.
Correct.
Great, thank you.
Sorry, Rox, can I build on to that question?
Yeah.
Can you go back to the previous chart you had, the blue chart? If you don't mind. Okay, so if we look at the left of the chart,
Yeah.
you see the big bull push. So are we not buyers all the way down when, even though like we're making lower lows and lower highs, technically the last higher low wasn't broken?
Okay, very, very good question. Very good question. You're looking at this as not being broken, so technically this should still be the higher low.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Good question. Very good question. So now let's look at this again, right? From a 12-year-old's perspective and think about this logically. If the market has made a higher low and then the market leaves a structure for a very long period of time, once the market has made that higher high, how realistic is it to expect the market to pull back to this structure without creating a downtrend before it goes up? Just realistically.
Yep, it's not really realistic.
Okay, but hold on a minute. It's not realistic because more often than not, price is going to create a downtrend back to the structure, right?
Right.
But then going back to what Pavel said, if he is identifying this as the higher high, down here is the higher low, and then he sees this as a higher low, does that invalidate what you've just said? Or does it validate what you've just said? It validates what you just said,
yep,
right?
Exactly.
Because technically then if this high is not broken, like I'm illustrating, and then this becomes a higher low because the other high low is down here, then as I've just said the whole way through, if you see that this has not changed, this is your major key level, and you want to buy as long as it stays above this level in terms of a long bias of structure, okay, then there is no reason why you can't buy here, buy here, buy here, even though it's going down. As long as you have your stop loss below the major key level, then guess what? It's a safe buy. Does this make sense?
Yep. No, it definitely
But now let's
does.
think logically. Are we that type of trader? Are we the type of trader to wait for price to come here to create this higher low and then buy it and then say to ourselves, well, look, this is a major level now, so I'm going to put my stop loss below this level? Is that how we're going to trade? Are we going to wait for price to draw down before it goes back up?
No.
Right. So back to logical thinking, if we see that the market is completely changing its bias, then surely we can start to now gather that the direction has changed. Do you know what I mean? And does this make sense? And am I not contradicting myself, guys? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Like we really do have to use a lot of logical thinking as opposed to too much analytical thinking when it comes to trading. The more analytical you get, the more emotions you start to use with your trading. And trading technically shouldn't be so much about what you think. It should be about what the market is actually doing. So if the market is moving to the upside, and we can clearly see that, a very, very valid point. Technically, this should be the higher low until this is broken. Got that. But look, if the market is moving up and it's really left it and it hasn't created those high low structures, you have a couple of options. Take your buys with your stop loss below structure and just wait for whatever the market does. You can then wait for the market to create new form structure and break structure to look for those buying opportunities. You can look for the higher low and buy it and lose it and accept it as a losing trade. Or you can just realistically say to yourself, oh, look, man, come on, lower high, price is putting back. Got the point now, price has broken it. Now I can start to realize everything's changing and this is now sell structure. You can argue with yourself until the cows come home, or you can just realistically say, look, this is what the market's doing. Now, everything that I'm teaching you in terms of concept and principle can be used on every single time frame and can be manipulated and changed in any which way you want to sell it. Do you understand? But if you want to make money, we have to be really logical and just accept that the market's doing what it's doing. Again, not wrong if you want to buy it and this is your higher low. Just wait for the market to get back there and give you that reason to buy it. Do you understand? Just depends how long you want to sit in it. So good question though. Love it.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks, Rox.
No, cool. So I think we've covered that. So now for this trading opportunity, okay, what is our plans? Well, we've got our key level. plan A is going to be this. Now, what is this and what